Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the School of Science. My name is Luke and today we're going to be talking about Pumas, also known as UNAM. I'm not even going to try and say that because I'm not good at Spanish in all honesty. But in any respect, Everton will be taking these guys on tomorrow and they are not a pushover team. I'm going to say that from the word go. These guys are one of the most successful teams in the Mexican leagues. They're fairly young in regards to the modern day game. These guys were established in the 1950s and since then they've really punched hard. They've got 11 domestic accolades and 5 international accolades, I'm going to say. They've won basically the equivalent to their Champions League 3 times. They've done it fairly rapid successions as well. So in regards to that, you know they're not an easy pushover. And I can already hear you guys, yeah, I know Nottingham Forest have 2 Champions Leagues, big whoop, blah blah blah. But in regards to them, they were a team that were punching high and imploded on themselves, similar to how Leeds operated. So from that point, that's that. But I digress. In regards to Pumas, we cannot take them lightly. They're not like Millonarios. Well, in all honesty, Millonarios were not a light team either. In all honesty, our backs were against the wall from the word go, just in the regards of these guys are very used to this sort of climate. So they had sort of an atmospheric advantage in comparison to us. So we're more used to your mild to colder weather. These guys will play in the heat all the live long day. We also have come off the back of 2 lightweight pre-season games against Accrington Stanley and Blackburn Rovers. They are currently mid-season. So in terms of match fitness, they were pretty much leagues ahead of us. So in order for us to hold them to a 1-1 draw and then win on penalties is brilliant, and I couldn't be any more proud of you guys. But in regards to Pumas, they are a whole different kettle of fish. As I said, Millonarios, I got a few things wrong. They were fast. In the few games that I actually managed to research on them, they didn't have very much pace throughout their games. Pumas, on the other hand, are a very different kettle of fish. They are fast. They're a very fast team and they love to bring the ball inwards. So how they will work, the ball will come out from their goal line, it'll come wide, then it'll be brought in from the middle into the middle of the pitch, and then it goes wide again into an attacking position. So they will use the width to their full advantage. So we need to be able to stifle that in the fastest way possible. So this is my thoughts of a little lineup I would like to use against a team like this, because I think this would be the best way in order to stifle that out whilst also still creating a more diverse squad. So how I would do it would be 3-2-4-1. So how this works, it's a bit weird. Well, in all honesty, it's not weird at all. It's how Carlo Ancelotti did it with us with a couple of the away games. So you've got 3 at the back. These are going to be your 3 centre-backs. You're going to have them fairly spread out, but they're going to still be close enough together that they can intercommunicate almost. So if they're on the counter, they're able to come back and they're still able to 2-to-1 a player if they need to. From there, you'd have your 2 wing-backs. You'd have your standard 4 at the front, in the midfield, and then you'd have your 1 striker up front. We already know who the 1 striker's up front's going to be, and it's going to be Moise Keane. I'll be honest, although he wasn't, absolutely on fire when it came to the previous game, I still think he played really well. And I can see that he wants to prove himself at this club. So this is the ample opportunity for him to do so. If he can make that net ripple, I will be absolutely delighted for him. Right, so who are these players going to be? So in goal, I would have, obviously, Asmir Begovic. He played really well. He was able to actually get a good spread on the ball. He was able to make some crucial saves. And when it came to the penalty shootouts, the fact that he scored 1 and then saved 1 in rapid succession, absolutely beautiful, mate. Well done. Okay, so my back 3, they're going to consist of Michael Keane, Ben Godfrey and Mason Holgate. These are fairly decent centre-backs, I'm going to say that much. Mason Holgate, I'm still on the edge with. I don't know him 100% yet in order to say, yes, I want him playing on a constant. But in all honesty, near the end of the season, he did crash and burn, but players do that. So I'm more than willing to give him a chance to try and prove himself against this team. So for me, wing backs, I would have on the left Luca Dean. Absolutely solid choice as always. He's able to knock it up and down that pitch without anything of an issue. And then on the right, I want to give John Joe Kenny a chance with this one. I really do. He's young and he is absolutely chomping at the bit to try and prove himself with Everton. In the Millionaires game, he played well. I will say he played well. He scored a penalty, a bloody cheeky penalty at that. If that would have failed, then I probably would have said, nah, screw you. You're not doing that shit. Come on. This, even though it's a friendly, it's still a serious game. You need to treat it seriously. So for that, just stuff off. But the fact that he played really well and he scored the penalty, even though cheeky again, I'm more than willing to see him in the squad for that. So for the 4, I would have on the far left, I would have Demarai Gray. I like his right foot. He's doing brilliant for the squad. And he's dynamic. You can put him at any point in that midfield and he seems comfortable. So Demarai Gray, I'm going to have him at the top there. Yeah, sorry, on the left there. On the 2 in the centre, I would have James Rodriguez. He's going to be my attacking option. And John Philip Gabaman sitting behind him. So this is going to be almost like a diamond formation, if you catch where I'm coming from with this. So John Philip Gabaman, in the practice games at Finch Farm, from the highlights I've seen, he is absolutely electric as a defensive midfielder. So I would love to see him starting in this squad and really getting a good run out, because he needs it as much as possible. He needs to get used to the dynamic of the squad and, put his own mark there. Give it so that Allen needs to fight him for the position, and Tom Davies. And then on the right, I would have Andros Townsend. Andros, there's not a lot to say about him. He really did do well in the Millionaires game. Granted, he didn't get much of a run just for the fact that heat. So basically, you had the humidity and heat in that aspect of the game. That poor lad, he was able to get a good few sprints in, but you could tell at halftime he was absolutely exhausted. So in that regard, I want to see him play in this one, and hopefully Florida is a little bit more clouded over, just so they've got a bit more, I want to say atmospheric leeway. That's the only thing that keeps coming to my mind, is atmospheric leeway if it's a more cloudy day. Otherwise, I would probably be swapping a few of those players out and having the youngsters in, let them play for the first half, and then bring the main squad in on the second half. But I digress. Up front, Moise Keane, just Moise Keane. I'm not sold on Nathan Broadhead anymore. Watching him play that game, he almost seemed disinterested, in my personal opinion. And it sounds harsh, but I mean, I watched him play there, and it seemed like he was trying to read the game whilst also playing it, but realising he was out of his depth and putting his own brakes on, So instead of going absolutely full pelt and putting heart, body and soul into the game, he was like, ooh, I really shouldn't be doing this. Ooh. Like he almost seemed unsure of what he was doing. So in that regards, I'm going to say Moise Keane. He needs to prove his worth to the squad, so let him prove his worth to the squad by playing him as much as possible. But yeah, that's the lineup I would do. How do I think this game is going to go? I have got absolutely no idea. Watching Pumas and their highlights and everything, they seem like a very, very interesting side. They've got the speed, they've got the interchangeability in their squad, so they're able to swap and change certain positions and still make it a very dynamic and fluid team. So we really need to put our A game against these guys. We need to treat them as the biggest threat possible. So in that regard, I think it's going to be a close match. I'm hoping beyond all belief that Everton are able to edge through, but I'm completely up in the air on this one. So yeah, guys, I'd like to thank you all so much for watching. If you like what you've seen, give that little button a go. Seriously, give it a go. It just shows me that you've stuck through the video, you've put through with all my ramblings, and you've thought, you know what, yeah, he does deserve that like button. Let's give him a like button. if you want to suggest something to the channel, put it down in the comment section below. I really, really do appreciate your feedback and just general opinions. I've had quite a few people talking in the Brand New More videos, and I love hearing from you all. As you've probably noticed, I do try and reply to any comment that comes in today, and I do try and contribute to whatever's going on into the comment section. So for that, throw something in there. I'm more than happy to get back in touch with you in that regard. Also, if you're new to the channel, which according to my analytics, about 60% of you guys that come into the channel and watch the videos aren't subscribed. If you like what I'm putting out, why not hit that subscribe button? I really do appreciate when people subscribe to the channel. I mean, over the past couple of weeks, we've grown from 180 to 275 by this video right now. That is absolutely amazing, and I cannot thank you all so much. I can't thank you enough. Sorry, you've got me stumbling over my words now. Are you happy, guys? You got me stumbling. But regardless, thank you all so much for supporting the channel. I really do appreciate it. And I really cannot wait to put more videos out for you guys to enjoy. So yeah, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I was going to say hit that comment button, but we don't have a comment button. We have a subscribe button though. So hit that subscribe button. And if you really, really, really want to be the first in for these, hit the bell icon. So that means you'll get notified by anything I do. And in all honesty, it's going to be 99% videos. I barely use the discussion tab, and I'm not really one for the short stuff. In all honesty, I like to get a full thing out, and I'm not really able to give you all this compressed into a minute. It is very difficult for me because I'm a rambler. But anyway, guys, I'd like to thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care and peace.